Mr. Cruz was born in Calgary, Alberta, Canada on December 22, 1970. The courts have ruled that Cruz was born with dual citizenship because his parents were American at the time he was born. Cruz's mother was born in Delaware and his father was born in Cuba. They worked together in the oil business. As a teenager, Cruz's father fought in a guerrilla group for Fidel Castro, but when Castro turned Cuba into a totalitarian state and began executing political rivals, Cruz moved to the United States. Cruz attended high school in Texas before getting his Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy from Princeton University, where he was also a national collegiate debate champion. Cruz received his JD from Harvard Law School, and both students and teachers alike have attested to his brilliance as well as brashness. Following his graduation, he worked as a law clerk to Supreme Court Justice William Rehnquist before working at Cooper & Kirk. He was named a partner in just a few years. A lifelong Republican, Mr. Cruz served on President Bush's legal team in Bush v. Gore in 2000. Cruz also served as Solicitor General for the state of Texas, eventually presented 9 oral arguments for the Supreme Court, and worked at Morgan, Lewis & Bockius as a partner. Cruz was elected to the United States Senate for Texas in 2013 as a part of the Tea Party resurgence that shook many southern states in that election cycle. Cruz ran to the right and defeated an establishment Republican in the primary, and then handily won the general election. In order to understand Cruz as a candidate, it's important to understand the country he wants to govern. The U.S. has a GDP of $16 billion in chained $2009. Real GDP is up 2.4% since 2013, while CPI is down about 2% since 2014. Unemployment rate is about 5.5% as of January of 2015. It is important to note that in 2007, it was about 4.85%, and in 2010, unemployment was a staggering 10%. Net national income is $14 million for 2013. It has grown from $12.2 million as of 2009. Economists say there are 2 main problems. Workers' wages aren't growing as much, if at all. As a result, Americans aren't going out and spending money. On top of that, many foreign economies are slowing down, which puts pressure on the United States. Clearly, the economy has improved over the past decade. However, economic growth has started to slow over the past couple of years, and a plan for increased growth would be adequate and appropriate. Senator Cruz believes in the magic of supply-side economics. In order to move the country forward, we need to decrease income taxes. If people are taxed less, they earn more, they spend their money, and America benefits. The best tax is no tax, but the second best tax is a flat tax. In this tax, all people are taxed at the same percentage of income. The tax is fair to all Americans, and all Americans benefit from economic growth. Another important goal is to decrease regulation for the financial industry. We need banks to make as much money as possible as soon as possible. It is exceptionally difficult for them to do so if they cannot carry out proprietary trading. The Volcker rule makes this illegal, and thus it needs to be repealed. We also need to do away with the Dodd-Frank Act. The Dodd-Frank Act intends to break up banks that are massive conglomerates and pose systemic risk. Repeal Dodd-Frank and the Volcker rule. We also must repeal the EPA. In its wrathful quest to protect the environment, the EPA creates unreasonably high taxes for corporations and companies. Regulations that cost money are not beneficial for the people of the United States. The EPA takes too much money out of the pockets of Americans, and for nothing. Eliminate the EPA. Obama is burying us into a debt that we may never be able to escape. The only hope for a future that helps the teens of America is a balanced budget. We need to cut spending and abolish the IRS. Additionally, government handouts must be curtailed. Social Security and Medicare need to be cut as much as possible.